Hey, what's up? This is Chris for the Combine. I'm here with some of the guys from Periphery. They're playing at the Worcester Palladium tonight. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick and say what you do?
I'm Spencer. What's up?
I'm Matt. How you doing?
More like Bombine. I'm Alex. What's going on?
Last time I talked to you guys, it was almost a year ago at the New England Metal and Hardcore Fest. And your self-titled debut had just come out on Sumerian, so that was kind of fresh for you guys.
Yeah.
How have things gone since? Now that the album's been out for a while, how has the perception of the album been? Good reaction?
Things have been going horribly ever since.
Yeah.
Aside from not being able to get along with any of my band members and wanting to quit this band every single morning when I wake up.
Don't give him caffeine. He's such a weirdo with caffeine. You're the weirdo.
I'm about to fire up a cig and get some nicotine too.
He's a weirdo.
It's gonna be that kind of party.
So,
but like, you know, it's just been horrible.
It's been downwards ever since the album came out.
I'm pretty much hated. I mean, look where we live. We live in this fucking tan van. There's no vents in these.
Scary
fucking
Gary's going down.
things,
Yeah,
man. It's just it's a shitty thing. Don't be in a band. Don't try and play guitar. Music is actually horrible. It's not the international language of love. That's actually Spanish.
Singing is the bane of my existence.
You heard it here. Periphery says, give up. Alright, so I read online that the self-titled album was a concept album, which I was unaware of. Is that true?
That's absolutely true, 100% true.
Alright,
The
and
first album was a concept album.
what is... If so, what's the story behind it? If there is a concept, or is it just...
It's actually about the story of Bill Cosby's family.
Okay.
From beginning to end.
With an underlying message of the demise of the band. Like, How My Feelings is pretty much about how every member of this band, aside from myself, is a Nancy and their panties are in a bunch all the time and their feelings hurt, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's really just, it's come to be, the Cosby theme was always there and we always wanted to hold true, but to keep that in conjunction.
So really, we're just talking about Jello here. Jello.
Jello, pudding pop.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get real here.
Okay. So,
Back to reality.
Cosby concept album. And you've actually got a new EP coming out. Your Icarus Lives EP is coming out soon. What can fans expect from that? I know you've got a few new tracks that were instrumentals
There
from
are
Misha
there are
before.
a few new ones, but the main premises of the EP, we wanted to do a few like electronic remixes. That's been the common misconception with this. Like a lot of people thought that we just got people to do different remixes. You know, we sent them the instrumental tracks and they remixed everything. But that's not at all what it is. They're gonna be. It's almost gonna sound like a couple new songs. You know,
Cool.
They're gonna sound nothing like the original. I think a lot of people are gonna like it. It's really cool.
Awesome. I know Jake had a bit of an injury. He broke his finger and was kind of out of commission with you guys, being a guitarist for a while. Is he back playing with you guys now?
Nope, tonight is actually going to be the second to last show with our buddy from England, John Brown, who's been filling in due to the injury. I'm going to pull up a video right now, which no one has seen, of Jake's finger and what it looked like immediately after he had snapped it. I took him to a hospital right across the street from the venue. We looked out in Manchester. There was a hospital like a quarter of a mile away, I'd say.
How did he actually snap his finger?
He was putting up, we got a banner.
Yeah.
Big banner for being in Europe when we were headlining, and he tried to set it up using a wedge, like a monitor wedge from the front of stage, and those are kind of awkwardly shaped. Whatever the circumstances where he fell from that, and then his middle finger being the biggest one, that's when he landed on.
It's bummer.
And then I don't know if the camera can see this here, but ready, quickly.
This is some...
Hold on, stay still. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Jake is just falling on stage.
So, you know, it was just in half.
That's annoying.
But no, but he's good right now. The only reason he isn't playing today, or tonight, honestly, is aside from the fact that whatever, he's just not coming because he has to. We don't want to like fly him out. We're just gonna go pick him up before we play in New York City. New York City on the 6th will be his first show.
Awesome. Have you guys started any work on new material for your second album, or is that kind of on the back burner with the EP coming out soon?
That's been going for the last year or so. We've been working on ideas here and there. I've actually been working on vocal ideas here on the road.
This man in the van the other day is using the like MacBook mic, which is in like the corner of the thing.
I had some
and he's
ideas,
like,
man. I just had to get
I'm trying
them
to
out.
sleep in the back, and he's like screaming into the computer. What the fuck are you doing, man? Yeah.
It could be valuable. You never
It,
know.
it was
It-
cool.
It
It was
most
a good
definitely
idea.
will be valuable.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Now, the understanding that I have of your first album was that Periphery kind of formed, and Misha had a bunch of instrumental tunes already worked out more or less, and that kind of became Periphery. For your second album, is it going to be much more of a collective effort, and everyone kind of putting a little more input from other avenues
For
into
sure.
it?
100%, man. I think
Yeah.
everyone in the band, first of all, there's rotating members. The only members in the band now that were there from the beginning is like me and Tom, you know, so it's like 3 other different members. We've had this solid lineup for a year. People, you know, I guess I've been in school throughout the years that Periphery's been together. We've all had to be working these other jobs and stuff like that, to where now we're finally doing this full time. We can all focus on it, and we can all, you know, have our input put in.
Awesome.
I mean, of course, Misha's still going to be like behind the helm of like producing the whole thing. You know, he's kind of like the musical mastermind behind the band, but you will hear band involvement here.
Awesome.
So hopefully it's going to be much more of a mature sound. 2 heads are better than 1, so
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
6 heads are better than 1 as well.
Cool. Do you think that'll shake up the sound of your band and anything?
Only for the better. Only
Yeah.
for the better, yeah.
Awesome.
Like the new stuff that we've been demoing and the stuff that the ideas we've been putting out there is definitely, I think, much different than the theme of the first album. And I don't think it's something that people will be disappointed with at all. I think it's like a really good growth and evolution from where it was when it was just, you know, predominantly Misha and some of the other guys writing everything, you know, except for obviously
It's-
the parts of the drums and vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Like-
still definitely holding true to that Periphery sound, but it's just got a bit more diversity now.
The biggest part of it is that we have a solid vocalist who knows how to write vocal lines, who knows how to write lyrics. Before, like, we got Spencer like a month before recording the album, and like most of the vocal ideas, you know, I mean, he put a spin on them and stuff like that in the studio, but most of them were already like worked out by all the other guys in the band and previous singers and stuff like that.
Yep.
To where now we have someone who knows what they're doing with that. So I mean, the vocals are just going to be like 10 times better, no
Awesome.
matter what. The music and stuff like that, we hope we can do as well as we did on the first album. We want to blow it away, and that's our goal.
Yeah, no more
Awesome.
amateur hour for vocals.
I gotcha.
Lines.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I look forward to your next set of tunes. Now, yesterday was April 1st, April Fool's Day, and you guys fucking trolled all of your fans so hard on Facebook.
Matt, why did you do that, dude?
It was
And-
all
Right.
Matt's
All
idea,
Matt's
just for the
idea.
record. All Matt's.
You guys had me going too.
Those
I
are
was
terrible
fucking into
liars.
it.
No, I wasn't even into it at first. Like when I first found it, I think it was like, wow, you guys are crazy for doing that. But I wasn't really. I didn't even see it get posted till the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what?
I fell
the
for
fuck
it
did
hard.
You guys do,
I was
man?
yeah. But
So good.
yeah, so backstory for anyone who didn't see it, they posted a like tour flyer that was Lamb of God, Meshuggah, Gojira, and Periphery, North American
the heavy
tour.
beyond all reason.
Yeah,
Coming to you this fall.
kids
Yeah.
ate that shit up, and it turned out to be an April Fool's
Yeah.
prank.
Yeah, they called us the band that cried Cool Tour.
The band who cried Wolf Wednesday. That is really who we are.
So outside of fictitious tour plans, what's next for Periphery in the way of touring? After this current tour you're on right now, do you guys have anything planned for this summer?
Yeah, we're heading over to the UK to do Sonosphere. It's a
Okay.
weekend festival tour. You've probably heard of it. Opening for Metallica, Anthrax, Slipknot, and a lot of other awesome bands.
Megadeth, Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
Weezer, Biffy Clyro, Limp Bizkit.
Lots of crazy
Limp
names.
Bizkit.
Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit, Suicides.
Limp Bizkit.
Aside from that, in the fall, we have a tour called the Heavy Beyond All Reason Tour. Lamb of God's headlining, Sugar Direct Support, Gojira, and then we're actually going to be opening up, which will be cool because we get our own sound check.
Yeah, we're
every day.
headlining, dude. You didn't hear?
We got bumped?
Yeah, we're headlining.
Son of a bitch. Carlos Santana.
Meshuggah's opening the bill, yeah. In case you guys haven't heard.
Excellent. So look for that. Maybe.
No. Actually, let me clear that out and be serious. The LXD tour that we did in Europe, I guess right before we jumped on this tour, had like Tesseract and Monuments, the Safety Fire. I don't know if it's going to be those bands. I want those bands, but I want to bring that tour to the States. I want to bring it all over the world if possible, and then eventually to the moon.
Sick. Outer space.
Rocking.
Well,
With our spacesuits.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to wear the suit. I just want to wear the space helmet so I can like breathe.
It's
and
all
not
about
get burned
the
by
that's
the
pretty
all about
Spinal
But
Tap.
I want to be
right
naked
there.
and have my balls flapping that stellar solar winds.
Yeah, I just want to.
Can you imagine fresh balls on an asteroid?
Zero G
Great.
balls.
0G balls.
Well, on that note, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Periphery, check them out when they're in your town with Lamb of God and Meshuggah
Right
and
on.
Gojira. Thank you so much, guys. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Chris.